Hi everyone, so Greg Doucette is an animal abuser. Apparently, according to a few social media posts he's made recently, he doesn't like being called that, but that's exactly what he is. So Greg has recently been a little upset at vegans accusing him of being an animal abuser because, of course, he eats meat and animal products, and Greg has tried to clap back, claiming that paying for animals to be killed so that he can eat them is not supporting abuse. But Greg, if paying for a Holocaust is not supporting abuse, I don't know what the hell is. So Greg is pretty thick-headed, and I think the only way to get through to people like him is to actually show where his food comes from. So this video is going to show some graphic animal violence, some violence in the animal agriculture industry. So if you don't want to see animals getting brutally murdered, I'm just warning you ahead of time. You might want to click away from this video. So don't blame me if you see something you don't like. I warned you beforehand. But if it's not good enough for your eyes, you should ask yourself, why is it good enough for your stomach? So no, paying for animals to be killed so you can eat them, it is absolutely supporting abuse. Greg Doucette is an animal abuser, and so is his girlfriend or wife, Allie. Because she does the same thing, she also pays for animals to be killed so she can eat them or their byproducts. And everyone else who eats meat and animal products is an animal abuser. If you support this industry, you support animal abuse. And anyone, including Greg Doucette, who disagrees with me, come debate me live on my YouTube channel. I have challenged Greg Doucette multiple times to debate this exact topic, but he cowers away. All he'll do is whine and cry on his Instagram, but he won't come debate me. So if Greg is so confident that paying for animals to be killed so he can eat them isn't animal abuse, then come argue that on my YouTube channel, Greg. Stop running away, and anyone at all, I don't care how big your YouTube following is, if you want to debate me on that topic, send me an email, you can message me, we can get a debate scheduled, and I also regularly host live streams where I have open Discord calls where you can always argue with me on that topic. So without any further ado, here's my response to Greg Doucette. Getting annoyed by the multiple vegans who continue to make videos with the wild extreme accusations that me and his girlfriend wife are animal abusers. Allie. As many of you know, we have 9 animals and 4 foster kittens right now, as well as fostering multiple dogs and cats every year and donating to many causes to help various animals. Yeah, well, you both pay for animals to get killed and murdered, so you are animal abusers. That's like saying, oh yeah, sure, I raped my nephew, but I mean, I donate to children's shelters, so I'm not a child abuser. If so many animal activists choose to hate on us, yeah, because you're animal abusers.
Okay, apparently people don't know what a hot hamburger is around the world. This is a hot hamburger. It's actually 2 hot hamburgers in my cookbook. This is the open face version. Open face, less calories because less bread. And this is the not open face. Do you see where the gravy is? It's on the top of the bread and it's in. You see what the hamburger looks? It's not like a patty. You don't eat it like a sandwich. You eat it with a fork. And I eat it with peas. This is how I eat it. And I'm eating both of these because I'm hungrier than last time and it's meal 2, okay? It's only got like a bit over 900 calories for both of them. So that's what I'm eating. This is hot hamburger. I've seen a few reviews and people are making a hamburger and I'm like, it's not a hamburger. This is a hamburger. Maybe it's only in the Maritimes in Canada people eat this. I've been eating this since I was a kid, except it just made it less calories. Try it.
Allie even stopped eating meat and only has eggs and fish. Well, Greg, last I checked, fish aren't vegetables, so no, she never stopped eating meat. And if you eat eggs, you are paying for male chicks to get eviscerated. That's a fancy word for, or a fancy term for throwing them in a blender while they're fully conscious. And female hens are abused and murdered eventually. So that's what you're paying for. You're paying for meat, which, obviously is animal abuse. And you're also paying for eggs, which a lot of people don't realize, but they're also paying for animal abuse.
So, rather than do 1, I'm going to do 2 at once to save on time so that I can make 2 breakfasts at the same time. So I always think, why meal prep twice when you can meal prep, or, one time and get it all done at once? So I have 2 of these, so that's a liter of egg whites, and I'm going to put 8 of these Splenda things, and you can put whatever sugar substitute you want. I put 4 for each one of those packages. So I like it super sweet. So if you're like me and you like junk food like donuts and candies and stuff,
but it's not good enough. Yeah, paying for animal abuse is not good enough for people who are against animal abuse, Greg. I don't see why that's hard to understand. I've made videos in support of vegans to say that you can get enough protein without eating animals, but it's your choice to eat them. Yes, Greg, and if you make that choice to eat them, you're supporting animal abuse. But rather than be positive, they choose to hate on both of us. Well, I don't see anything that's positive with you supporting animal abuse, Greg. In case you're wondering, that means that they are calling every single one of you who has ever had meat or eggs or fish an animal abuser. Yes, if you have eaten meat in the past, you were an animal abuser. And if you continue to eat meat or animal products, then you are currently an animal abuser. I'd say it's probably close to 90% of the world. We're not vegan, so essentially 90% of us belong in prison. 90% of people really do deserve to be in prison, especially if they don't, repent by going vegan. Do you agree? I don't know what agreement has to do with whether or not you're right or wrong here. I guess he's just trying to make an appeal to popularity fallacy. Do any of you really think that attacking me in alley is really the best way to go about it, or do you think that maybe the actual people who are abusing animals should be the people they choose to go to battle with? Well, Greg, you're the one paying for people to abuse animals for you so that you can eat them, so you're just as responsible. So I don't know why we'd go after slaughterhouse workers and not you when you're the one giving them a fucking job. Pretty ridiculous. Let's see, little so they know. I think he meant to say little do they know. What I'm working on behind the scenes in secret, and yet I get these types of accusations. Oh, he's working on a vegan anabolic cookbook, I'm assuming. You know what, he's probably doing that because I said I'm going to copy his recipes and make a vegan version of his recipes and sell it. That's probably why he's doing that. He's not doing it because he wants to. They should be happy I support people who are vegan and or vegetarian rather than be a hater. Well, Greg, we don't really care if you support us. We care if you support the animals, and you're not. You're abusing them by paying them to get tortured and murdered. Paying for them to get tortured and murdered. As you know, I preach acceptance and that we are all circles. Well, Greg, you clearly don't preach acceptance because you're torturing and murdering animals. So you don't accept animals. You don't accept animals as beings that, deserve a right to life, and that's what we have a problem with. But when you attack me and my family because we eat French toast, it's making it harder for me. Okay, well, Greg, I think if I turned you into French toast, you wouldn't appreciate it. So maybe you shouldn't, abuse animals and pay for them to get tortured and killed so that you can make your stupid fucking French toast. You can make vegan French toast. I'm sure you can find plenty of recipes online. And people wonder why Allie likes animals more than humans. Well, clearly she doesn't, because last time I checked, she doesn't pay for animals to be... she doesn't pay for humans to be kept in confined spaces, raped, have their children taken away from them, where they are thrown into a blender and killed alive, and then have the humans that are still living, again, kept in confined cages and abused until they're no longer useful to the industry, and then they're eventually murdered. So, no, Allie clearly prefers humans over animals because she treats them a hell of a lot better. Let's see. My dogs eat meat, so are my dogs animal abusers? No, you're the animal abusers. Your dogs don't have moral agency, and they don't have a choice in what they eat, so you're the one who's promoting animal abuse there, again. Greg, there's vegan dog food. You can check out Vigor. I'm partnered with them, so You click the link in my video descriptions and use the discount code, I get a cutback, but you can still get vegan dog kibble from Vigor. We feed Finn Natural Balance. I don't think they sell it on this website, but there's plenty of different vegan dog foods. I don't know what the justification is to kill and torture other animals to save one animal. Are you like out of your mind or something? Like what is he thinking here? Oh, and don't forget that if you're a vegan, that probably means you're eating vegetables, and last I checked, vegetables grow and are alive. So you're abusing plants. Why does it always come back to the plant abuse, though? Plants aren't sentient, Greg. You're looking more and more like a potato to me, dude. But yeah, plants aren't sentient, so that's why I don't care about killing plants. The coping is so bad. Yeah, like the offer's always on the table. If Greg wants to actually debate this with me, he seems to have a huge issue with vegans calling him an animal abuser. Like, okay, Greg, well, if you have a problem with that, why don't you prove that you're not abusing animals? Why don't you debate a vegan? I think I'd be a good person to debate. I've had plenty of debates on my channel. I have a lot of experience. I'm one of the leaders in the online vegan community. You can look at my past debates. I can stay calm, cordial. My last debate with Steve Shaw, he was the one who freaked out and started yelling at me. So I can have a calm, cordial discussion with you, Greg, and if you are so confident that eating meat isn't animal abuse, then let's put those claims to the test, Greg, but you're not going to do that because we all know you're a dishonest liar. You run away from any conversation or debate that you know you're going to lose, so...